Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is my fall TBR. I watch so many booktube videos, but I have not made one myself. Since I've been watching them so much, I want to join in and I want to be a part of the community, and that is why I'm probably awkward. So excited like every other person for fall. Well, maybe not everybody, but I'm excited for fall. I love October. I always say the best holiday of the year is Halloween because I'm one of those people. I binge Halloween movies every October, and some of that is inspo for my books, and I'm excited to share what I'm reading this fall, and hopefully you guys can tell me what you're reading. The first book I'm going to talk about is A Song for the Wild Built. And I heard about this book from Allison Pages. Her booktube YouTube channel is so awesome. I don't know if I said that right, but she's really, I love the way she edits and I love the books she picks. And the cover is perfect for fall because it has all these leaves and it's got orange and red tones, and I love it. This book, I believe, is about robots who have been working in the forest for I don't know how long, and now they've come back to the humans and are asking them what they need. And that's what this little story is about. I think it's only 150 pages. Yeah, it's only about 150 pages, and I feel like this will be a good start to my fall reads. And it's from the library, so if you can see kind of a sheen to it, that's why I like to get books from the library. Okay, the next book I'm going to be talking about is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney, and I love Alice Feeney. She's my favorite author. She's the person who got me back into reading, and her books always have the craziest twist. I never know what's going to happen, and sometimes it's quite disturbing. One of my favorite books of hers is, I think it's called I Know Who You Really Are, is my favorite book of hers, and the twist towards the end is wild. It is wild, and I get worried about recommending that book because of the ending is that crazy of a twist. But I mean, I recommend that too. I'm going to put a picture of it on here because it's my favorite book, I'll be real, even though it's questionable. But I'm excited to read this one of hers. And it's about a man who can't recognize faces and features. And let me read this because I'm going to butcher it if I don't read it. Things have been wrong with Mr. and Mrs. Wright for a long time. Every anniversary, the couple exchanged traditional gifts, paper, cotton, pottery, tin, and each year Adam's wife writes him a letter that she never lets him read until now. Oh. Self-confessed workaholic and screenwriter Adam Wright has lived with face blindness his whole life. He can't recognize friends or family or even his own wife. It's not funny. It's not funny. And Amelia is sick of feeling unseen. When Adam and Amelia went a weekend away to Scotland, it might be just what their marriage needs. And I don't want to read the rest because I don't really like reading synopsises because I feel like sometimes it gives away too much, but she did good with that one. It didn't give that too much away. And I remember a while back I read a little bit at the beginning of this, and they were driving through the snow to get to, I think it was a church type deal, kind of Airbnb vibes, and they weren't getting along on their road trip up there, so I guess they're trying to save their marriage. And I love the texture of this book. It feels so nice. The next book I'm going to be talking about, everyone and their mother, grandfather, grandmother has read this book, but I just started it last night, and it's Verity by Colleen Hoover, one of the biggest authors on YouTube, and I don't know what I was going to say after that. But I've read a few of her books. I read It Ends With Us. I think It Starts With Us comes out soon. And I've read Ugly Love. And I can't remember what else. But yeah, I'm going to be reading Verity because the cover is dark. You know, the first page, somebody's head explodes from a car. So pretty fitting for the season and horror and all that stuff. This book I'm definitely reading in October. It's Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. Oh, she's stunning. I love her. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. Love her red hair. And this is one of my favorite movies, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton. I love this movie. I've always loved it. I loved Coraline growing up, this one, anything kind of dark like that. I'm gonna read the synopsis again, just so I don't butcher everything. Sally Skellington is officially newly minted Pumpkin Queen after a whirlwind courtship with her true love, Jack. Sally adores Jack with every inch of her fabric seams. If only she could say the same for her new role as Queen of Halloween Town. And I don't want to read more because I don't want to give anything away. But look at the back too. Another one that I plan on reading in October, but honestly it can be September or October. I don't know why I'm setting this rule for myself that, but this one is definitely October, but the rest of them I need to not be strict on myself. So I saw another booktuber get this book. I'll insert her name right here because I can't remember right now, but it is by Alicia Thompson, Love in the Time of Serial Killers. Well, look at the cover. I love the cover. It's so pretty. And I am a person who loves reading about true crime, or not really reading, I love the podcast. So this book is about Phoebe Walsh, and she's always been obsessed with true crime. She even is using it in her dissertation. If she can manage to finish writing it, it's hard to find the time while she spends the summer in Florida cleaning out her childhood home, dealing with her obnoxiously good-natured younger brother. And she's low-key convinced her new neighbor, Sam Dennings, is a serial killer. I feel like that's me. Anybody walking down the street, walking by me, if me and my dog are walking somewhere, you can hear her right now. Even when her and I are walking down the street, if I see somebody, I assume they're a murderer. So my fiance and I went to Barnes & Noble yesterday, and this book he picked out, and it's kind of a horror comedy, which he's been into. I'm going to share also some other books that I'll recommend that he's read or I think will be good, but I don't know if I'll get to them this fall. Maybe I'll read them in November, December. There's no rules. This is by Maureen Kilmer. It's Suburban Hell. Look at the cover of this one too. They're just killing it with the covers. Okay, so this is about some moms who get together and they make a she shed, which is really funny. Really funny. And even the calmest moms can't justify the strange burn marks, self-moving dolls, and horrible smells surrounding their possessed friend Liz. That's why I don't like reading the synopsises, because it gives away too much, but I assume that's not giving away too much. It should be fine. It's fine. The first sentence of this book, though, is what sold me. It says, "None of this would have happened if it weren't for the she shed." We thought it would be a place to have our ladies' night in peace, away from the children, waking up at midnight, away from our husbands, giving a courtesy wave. Anyways, it's about these moms who get together and they build a she shed, and obviously something goes horribly wrong. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it seems like a little bit of comedic relief. There are some books that I haven't received yet from the library. I have them on hold, and I'm going to talk about those now and just have a picture right here. And I'm reading off of my Goodreads. This one is called Just Like Mother by Anne Heltzel. This book is about Maeve. It's a girl who was in a cult with her cousin, and they escaped, but ever since they escaped, for the past 2 decades, she hasn't seen her cousin, and she's lived a very normal life in New York. But then suddenly her cousin Andrea reappears, and she's spending lots of time with her. Andrea has made her fortune in the fertility industry. Baby fever comes with the territory. The more Maeve immerses herself in Andrea's world, the more disconnected she feels from her life back in the city, and the cousin's increasing attachment triggers memories Maeve has fought hard to bury. But confronting the terrors of her childhood may be the only way for Maeve to transcend the nightmares still to come. Seems good. Seems juicy, seems good. The other one I'm going to read is The Locked Door by Frida McFadden, and it's about a girl who doesn't realize her dad is murdering people in the basement. Love that. She's 11 years old, and yeah, that seems to be the synopsis of this. That I can make it really short. That's a synopsis. Her dad's murdering people, and she doesn't know it. And that's not giving it away. That's the first sentence of the synopsis, so don't be mad at me. Another book that I'm hoping to read is Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. I tried to find this at Barnes & Noble and find it at the library, but it seems like they're reprinting it, so I haven't been able to find it, and I'm gonna have to get it on Kindle or on my phone. Again, gonna read the synopsis because I cannot describe a book without it, apparently. High fantasy with a double shot of self-reinvention, worn out after decades of packing steel and raising hell, led her to the streets of Thune, where she plans to open the first coffee shop she has ever seen. However, her dreams of a fresh start, pulling shots instead of swinging swords, are hardly a sure bet. And I don't want to read more because I don't want to give it away. It says something about frenemies. And so basically she is opening her coffee shop in a world where coffee shops aren't a thing. Which, could you imagine? The next book I would like to read these coming months is My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. And it is about a couple's 15-year marriage has finally gotten too interesting. Our love story is simple. I met a gorgeous woman, we fell in love, we had kids, we moved to the suburbs. Whoa. We told each other our biggest dreams and our darkest secrets, and then we got bored. We look like a normal couple. We're your neighbors, the parents of your kids' friend, the acquaintances you keep meaning to get dinner with. Aw. We all have a secrets to keeping a marriage alive. Ours just happens to be getting away with murder. Dun dun dun. That'll spice something up in your life. This one seems very interesting. I love the concept of that. The last book from the library that I'm going to hopefully get, I'm number 34 on the wait list, so hopefully I'll get it within these 2 months because I saw it and it's only hardback at Barnes & Noble and it's $28. I don't think I'm going to do that, even though it looks really pretty. It's called Just Like Home by Sarah Gailey, and this is about a daughter who's moved away from her mother's house, and her dad was, oh, let me read it again. I tried and it went terribly. This book is about a girl who's moved out of her house and her mom calls her to come home. She comes home, but there's bad memories attached to this place because her dad was a serial killer and it looks like she had a good relationship with him, but you know, he's a serial killer, he had bodies buried there, and now there's a parasitic artist who's living there in their guest house, and there's notes being laid out in her father's handwriting, and they don't know who's leaving them, and the artist, I assume, is kind of weird. So I did start Book of the Month, and I've never done that before, and obviously this isn't sponsored because it's my first video, but it was so fun to get that in the mail and it come to my doorstep. So for next month I have Killers of a Certain Age coming in, and it's by Deanna Rayburn. Sorry, I have my phone right here. This book seems like it'll be a little bit of comedic relief as well if I get into kind of a gory book. It's about older women often feel invisible, but sometimes that's their secret weapon. They spent their lives as the deadliest assassins in the Calistine International Organization, but now they are 60 years old. 4 women, friends can't just retire. It's kill or be killed in this action-packed thriller. And it looks like there was a hit put out on them and they're trying to figure out who it was. Again, guys, I don't want to give away too much of the book by the synopsis. Am I the only one who feels that way? Or am I being dramatic? Probably a little bit dramatic. Let me know if I should read more of the synopsis, because this could be a mistake. The other one I am thinking about ordering through Book of the Month is Alice Feeney, Daisy Darker. But I don't know, I love Alice Feeney. I don't know, I already have so many things to read, but if I do end up ordering it, it's about after years of avoiding each other, Daisy Darker's entire family is assembling for Nana's 80th birthday party in Nana's crumbling gothic house on a tiny tidal island. Finally back together one last time, when the tide comes in, they will be cut off from the rest of the world for 8 hours. The family arrives, each of them harboring secrets. Then at a stroke of midnight, as a storm... Why was I laughing? It's not funny. As a storm rages, Nana is found dead. So there's some drama that happened at the family reunion. What's new? I think those are all the books that I have on my Goodreads list of my fall and spooky reads. And there's a couple books I've already read this month that I didn't include in this because it wasn't really fall or spooky-esque, but it'll be in my wrap up if I do one at the end of September or end of October. I'm not sure yet, but there's a couple more books that I might read within these couple months, and I mean, I'm hoping to read all these, but you know, this is just recommendations for you, and hopefully I get to them. If I don't, I'll read them eventually. But I have been reading the Heartstopper series by Alice Oseman. It is the cutest series. It's a graphic novel, and this is the 3rd book. I've been just letting myself enjoy it, buying one book, giving myself a few days, buying another one, but also because I can't be buying 4 or 5 million books. And but this one, I just love it when it sits up on my shelf. It's so colorful, and it's just the sweetest story. I feel like you've had to have heard about this by now, so I don't really think I need to explain it, but it's about 2 boys who I don't want to say fall in love because I don't know if they're in love yet, but they're, you know, like each other, and it's about their high school and their relationship and things they've been through, and I'm not explaining it well, but I tried my best. I think the cover pretty much should sell you, even if I can't do a good summary. Another book I've been thinking about reading and that I've seen kind of floating around is Milk Fed. This is by Melissa Broder. Trigger warning, I think it's about a girl with an eating disorder, and I don't know too much else about it. The cover's orange, so that's Halloween, and my favorite colors are pink, orange, and yellow, so this book is, you know, the colors, they're speaking to me. I also read The Push, and it was about a mom who had a baby, or they have this lineage of moms who aren't the best moms and things, so I kind of think this is going to be a little bit like that. This is an honorable mention. I don't think I'm gonna get through this book, but it's Midnight Sun. I believe it's Twilight from Edward's perspective, and this is just okay, guys. If things look different, it's because my camera overheated and I had to deal with that situation, so hopefully things are going smoothly. But I was just saying that I might get to Midnight Sun. I really doubt it, but it's just, you know, an homage, is that a word, to my childhood or whatever. I feel like we were all Jacob fans, we've grown up, we're now Edward fans. So we got to see it from Edward's perspective. I thought it would be fun to watch the movies and then read this book. And also it was 50% off, so I had to because it's hardback, 50% off. And I want to just show a few books that my fiance has been into. He's really into Grady Hendrix, which is the Final Girl support group. I'm hoping to read this too, but I'm being very ambitious. A little bit too ambitious. My hair, I don't even know. I have curly hair and I try to blow it out a little bit, but it's not working. And this book has been everywhere. It's so popular. And I think it's about girls who were the final girl in horror movies, and now they're in a support group together. And just a few more of his. He has We Sold Our Souls by Grady Hendrix. He has Horror Store by Grady Hendrix, which is kind of a IKEA-esque, and it's really funny because they make it even look like the IKEA booklets that you can get while you're there. The last one he read was My Best Friend's Exorcism. I believe this is Grady again because he picked one author and he ran, but you do you girl, you know. And those are the ones that he's been reading. So this is my fall TBR and some other little tidbits of things you might enjoy that my fiance enjoys or that I might not enjoy, but there's some options in there. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know what you're reading this fall, and bye.